And again, I know that can be difficult right now, but if you can just find one little thing today that you're grateful for out of this whole situation, and then let that be your intention. So let's just go ahead and get started. Let's find a comfortable seat and just let your eyes rest closed and just begin to breathe in and out of your nose. So let your eyes close, begin to just soften and settle in here. And with your eyes resting closed, just these first few breaths, just quickly kind of scan the body. Notice if your jaw is clenched. Notice if your shoulders are kind of popping up in the ears. Let them drop down. Let your elbows be nice and heavy. And just let your breath kind of flow through. So in through the nose, out through the nose. And do your best to give your breath this really nice, gentle rhythm. So perhaps inhaling in for 4, and then exhaling out for 4. And just anytime the mind begins to create story, just come back to breath. Keep it very, very simple. Don't make yourself wrong for having thoughts. That's just going to happen. And again, anytime you feel or experience part of your body holding on to tension, maybe the hips are clenching, just acknowledge and allow yourself to let it go. Good. So slowing breath down in and out of the nose. Don't worry about sitting perfectly, but just again, notice forehead, face, jaw, shoulders, hands, hips, anywhere that you can. Just consciously allow that tension to go. And then from these very easy, gentle breaths here, begin to set an intention for your practice. That can be the one that I offered of finding something in the midst of the situation to express gratitude for, or your own intention. But begin to just bring your palms together, letting thumbs rest right at heart center, sealing in this intention, taking a full inhale and a full exhale. Nice. And then when you're ready, just kind of ease the palms down. Let your eyes blink open or just softly gaze down. And then let's just kind of circle the shoulders around. So shoulders and hips are really the areas where a lot of that tension just loves to gather and accumulate. So again, self-observation without judgment. And then reverse, move your shoulders in the other direction, just getting all that synovial fluid to flow through. Good. And then when you're ready, let's just drop the shoulders down. I'm going to just back up a little bit so you guys can see me a little bit. We'll do a little bit of work seated here before we come to the mat. But when you're ready, let's inhale, reach the arms up, look up and stretch up. And then exhale, pull the thumbs down to the heart. We'll do 2 more of those. So big inhale, reach up, look up, stretch up. Exhale, come down. And then last one, inhale, reach. And exhale, come down. Good. And then when you're ready, just take your right hand to your left knee, left hand behind you. Big inhale, sit up nice and tall. And then exhale, twist over towards the left. Your eyes can just kind of gently gaze down over the left shoulder. Really bring your attention more to kind of lengthening up the spine on the inhale, with the exhale twisting, but relax your shoulders. So again, we notice in certain shapes how some tension has to happen in order for the posture to be effective, but then some tension is optional. Good. One more exhale. And then inhale, come through center. Just close your eyes, hands down on the knees. Feel the imprint left behind from that first twist. Good. And then as you're ready, left hand to right knee, right hand behind you. Big inhale, tall seat. Exhale, twisting, looking over that right shoulder. Again, just If you'd like to, you can close your eyes so you can just really feel into the body. Good. Nice deep breaths in and out of the nose. A little bit more difficult to breathe because we're in a twist. Check in with hands. Notice if they're gripping. One more exhale, twist just one more little time if you can. Good. And then slowly inhale, come back through center, eyes closed, hands down on the knees. Again, just noticing. Big exhale, releasing breath. And then as you're ready, let's go ahead and make our way to hands and knees, table pose. I'll go ahead and make my way over there. Once you get to table pose, again, that blanket, if you need it to pad those knees up, just moving through cat-cow, especially after that twisting to kind of integrate twisting into the spine. But if you wish, you can inhale to drop the belly down, lift the heart, and then exhale to really round the spine. Do your best to go back into that pace of breath that is nice and even as you inhale and exhale. Good. And breath is really at the base of giving your nervous system that sense of well-being and safety. And we'll notice oftentimes when we are tensing or holding on, the breath is also not flowing. Good. Just a couple more. Cat-cow. And then let's find a nice neutral table. You're going to reach and stretch that right leg back behind you. Flex through the right foot. Press back through the right heel. Keep your eyes looking down. Neck nice and long. And then bend your right knee, come out to the side, flexing right foot. Feeling a little tension in the hips. And then let's take some big circles here with that right knee. So flex the foot, just let that synovial fluid really come into that right hip. Awesome. Keep breathing, keep the eyes just softly focused down at the floor. And then reverse, move that knee in the opposite direction. Good, just breathing gently and easily, being just so gentle with yourself. Graceful with your thoughts if you can. Good. And then when you're ready, let's just bring the right foot through between the hands and then bring the hands up on top of the right knee. And then we'll just kind of inhale, rock forward, exhale, rock back. You're welcome to pad the left knee up with a blanket if you want to or need to. But just let your breath move you forward and back into the front of that left thigh. Awesome. And then find kind of a neutral spot here. You're going to bring the left hand down to the floor and then reach that right arm up. So come into a twist again here. You can just keep everything nice and straight on here, or if you'd like to, you can flex your right foot, come to the side of the right foot, let the knee open, and just breathe really down into the belly. So again, there's little tension, not as easy now to breathe, but it's still possible. And we notice where we're holding, left shoulder. Good, one more inhale, reach up. And then exhale, right hand comes down. Let's back the hips up, wiggle your right heel forward, fold over the right leg, and just let your eyes again soften. And think about getting the torso to lengthen over the thigh. Check in with hands, with shoulders, anywhere that could be hanging on to that excess energy. That's all it is. That's all it is. The thought forms, any of it, any of the tension, it is just excess energy. Good, couple more breaths here. And nice and slowly bend into the right knee. Let's bring hands to the earth and then just make your way down to your belly. nice and slowly. Thumbs go in line with chest, tops of feet down to floor. Keep your eyes really softly focused down at the earth. Inhale, cobra. You don't have to go up very high. Exhale, lower down. Touch your forehead to earth. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower down. Touch your forehead. And then one more. Inhale, cobra. And exhale back to our very first child's pose. So knees wide, big toes touching, or belly can lay on the thighs. But just let your head get down there below the heart. Such a very nice, natural way to reduce anxiety, which again is simply an excess of energy. Just breathe in and out of your nose. And notice something actually happening right now, like the texture below your palms. Good. Let's slowly inhale back up into table pose. If you wish, you can just stay in table, kind of reset yourself, or if you'd like to move through a little cat-cow, you can do that. Just a little bit of movement here. Nice. And then let's come to a nice neutral table. And this time, you're going to reach that left leg back behind you, flex through the left foot. Again, eyes are really nice and softly gazing down at the earth. Good. Start to bend your left knee, bring left knee out to the side, flex through the left foot, and then some really big circles here with the left knee. Either direction is fine. Flowing with breath, gentle eyes. Make sure your elbows are not locking out. It can happen. Good. And then go ahead and reverse. Move that knee in the other direction. Breathe with it. Good. Awesome. And then let's just step that left foot through. So we're going to come to a lower lunge here. Bring those hands up on top of the left knee. And then just move gently into the hip, back out of the hip. You don't have to go super far. Subtle sometimes is more powerful. And just the act of that breathing, the deep breathing, even if you're really not even moving that much, will do so much to just let that extra tension, that extra energy in the body just go. Good. Nice. And then find a neutral place here. You're going to bring that right hand to the earth and then reach and stretch the left arm up. So finding a twist here. And just replicate what you did on the first side. So if you flex through that front foot and allow the knee to come out to the side, do that here. But more so pay attention, number one, to breath. And then number two, right shoulder, right palm. Anywhere that might be locking out, just put a little buoyancy there. Full breaths. Awesome. And then left hand slowly moves back to the earth. Back your hips up. Flex through the left foot and then fold. Baby Hanuman. Pulling pinky toe edge side of left foot back towards the hip. Just breathing. Good. Hands right below the shoulders. Notice the eyes. Notice face and jaw. Anywhere where that tension is really just trying to creep in. Again, when I say be graceful with your thoughts, I mean you notice them and you give yourself grace for having thoughts. You can't control the thoughts that come in. Being gracious is allowing yourself to have them and not making yourself a bad person for it. Good. One more breath here. Bending into left knee. Hands make it back to the mat. And then again, lower down to the belly. We're just going to do one back bend here. We'll hold it a little longer. So thumbs in line with the chest. Tops of feet flat to floor. Shoulders on the back. inhale, just lift here. So you don't have to go up as high as I'm going. You can go halfway or just barely. Breathe into it. Soften the elbows if they're locked, palms pressing against the floor. Let's exhale back into a child's pose. Knees wide, big toes touching, or belly on the thighs, forehead resting to earth. And just notice the contrast. The back bend, this kind of more awake, alert place, to child's pose, this place of surrender, of letting go. Good. And take a big inhale here, hold it in, just feel that fullness. Open the throat, exhale. Nice. Let's come back to table pose, hands and knees. And you're welcome to stay here in table, move through cat-cow, or if you'd like to, we're gonna come to a down dog. But what we do next can be done from either table or down dog. So just listen to your body. And the little secret is, even if you can, quote unquote, do a certain pose, it doesn't ever mean you have to. And when you're ready, from either table or down dog, you're gonna reach and stretch your right leg back behind you, bend the knee, open up the hip nice and high. Breathe into it. Good. And then from this place, you're gonna step the right foot through between your hands. Now, if you had the left knee down, go ahead, lift it up. We're gonna stay in this lunge shape here. Pull the outer right hip back, gentle gaze at the earth. You're on the ball of the left foot. You're gonna inhale up into a crescent warrior. Now, again, if this is too much, left knee can come down. We're gonna come to whichever shape works best for you. Breathe into it, in and out of your nose. So strong. Awesome. You're gonna slowly bring those hands down to frame your right foot, and then step your left foot up to meet it. Fold at the front side of your mat. You can bend your knees here if you need to. Feel more so sensation in the hamstrings, the upper back part of the thighs, than you do so in your low back. On your next inhale, lengthen your torso, gentle gaze at the earth. Exhale, fold. Let's do two more. Inhale. Good. And exhale, fold. One more to inhale. And then exhale, let's fold. You're going to press into those feet. Inhale to stand, reaching up, looking up. Exhale, thumbs heart center. Good. Then release the hands back to beside the hips. I'm just going to turn to face you guys, that you're fine where you are. And then inhale, sweep those arms up, clasp your palms, exhale over to the right. So don't worry about how far over you go, especially if it creates extra tension in your shoulders or in your low back. So those are kind of the places in this shape where it can tell us maybe we're pushing a little too hard. Nice deep breaths, leaning over to the right. Good. And again, our practice is kind of this mirror of like, am I pushing too hard? Always on my mat. Maybe I'm always pushing too hard off my mat, right? Inhale through center. Exhale, hands beside your hips, eyes closed. Nice deep breaths here. Beautiful. Big inhale. Sweep the arms up, clasp palms, pointer finger reaches. Now exhale over to the left. And then press down through the outer edge of your right foot. And again, check in. Shoulders, low back, and breath. We also learn in our practice that if we back off, typically we feel a little bit better. Things flow a little bit easier, right? Another kind of metaphor for life. One more exhale, leaning over. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, release hands, close your eyes. Just notice again the imprint left behind from the shape. And then where can you soften? Beautiful. I'm just going to turn to face the front side of my mat. And then inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold, nice and slowly. Inhale, torso lengthens, gentle gaze at the earth. Exhale, fold. And plant palms, bend knees, walk back to either a plank pose or a knee down plank. So either one is fine, just engaging the core a little bit after all that movement. And then exhale to your belly, nice and slowly. Inhale into your back bend. Exhale back to child's pose. So again, choosing a child's pose that works best for your body. Feeling the energy here. Feeling the earth below your forehead. Noticing the tops of the feet as they touch your mat. Good. Feeling the expansion of the ribs and the upper back as you just take a deeper breath. And anytime that we can do that, it's a very gentle way of expressing gratitude for what is. Good. And then as you're ready, we're either going to come to a table pose where you can go from table, or if you want to move back into a downward facing dog, you can. Couple of breaths, either table or downward facing dog. Left leg reaches up and back behind you. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Nice deep breaths, opening up that hip. If you're in down dog, your right knee will bend a little bit, pull the hip back. And then as you're ready, that left foot's gonna step through. Now, if you're in table, you can curl your right toe under, lift the knee up, or if you plan on doing a knee down warrior, you can also do that. You're gonna inhale up into your chosen lunge. So again, right knee can be up or down, but left hip is pulling back. Eyes are softly gazing ahead of you. Shoulders are relaxing. Breath is still flowing. In and out of the nose. Just be gentle with yourself. Strong legs. Nice. So let's exhale. Start to bring the hands down to frame that left foot. And then once more, you're going to step your right foot forward to fold. So find a forward fold at the very front side of your mat. Torso is lengthening. Notice your breath, maybe a little faster. And just consciously allow it to slow. Good. When you're ready, inhale, torso lengthens. Exhale, fold. Press into your feet. Inhale, rise, reaching up, looking up, stretching up. And then exhale, thumbs heart center. Good. And I'm again going to turn to face you guys, and we'll take a big wide step out here. So find your wide step. So when you reach your arms out, the wrists are right above those ankles, okay? And then turn your right foot over to the right. Check your feet, heel to arch or heel to heel. Big inhale, sweep those arms out. Exhale, warrior two. So sitting down, warrior two. Just about 3 breaths here to deepen into the shape. Let your eyes look gently out over the right middle finger and soften. One more breath, sitting down a little bit deeper. Good, and now 3 breaths, we're gonna move a little bit. So on your inhale, straighten the right leg, reach up and look up. On the exhale, come sitting back down. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, reach, top of the breath, looking up. Exhale, come back down, gentle gaze over right fingers. And inhale, last one, reaching up, looking up. Exhale, come back down, and let's bring right forearm to right thigh and then left arm up and over. Nice deep breaths here. Really getting into that right hip, but you can also feel sensation on the front of the left hip by pressing the outer edge of the left foot down. Notice where you feel tension. I know the right hip, right leg is definitely talking to you, but what are your shoulders doing, right? Okay, so when you're ready, keep yourself in a warrior two shape, but inhale yourself up. Good. Hands to hips or waist, straighten right leg, turn those toes. Take a cleansing breath. Inhale and exhale. Nice. Go ahead and turn your left foot towards the left heel to right arch, and then or heels in one line, right foot slightly pigeon-toed in. Big inhale, sweep arms out. Big exhale, come back down. Eyes are gently looking right out over left middle finger. Shoulders are relaxed, face and jaw nice and soft. And just breathing. In and out of the nose, just allowing. Good. Nice. One more nice deep breath here, sitting down. And then we're going to flow a little bit. So inhale, straighten left leg, reach up, look up. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, reach up, look up, straighten. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, reaching up, looking up. Exhale, come all the way back down, and then moving to side angle. So forearm to thigh, and then right arm up and over. So settling in for about 5 breaths here. In and out of the nose. Good, let it flow. Again, you're gonna feel tension in that left hip, maybe in the quadricep, but what's happening to your shoulders, your face, your jaw, and then press down through the outer edge of that right hip so you really get that nice hip opening. Good. Now keep your legs strong and solid. Inhale, warrior two. Hands to hips or waist, straighten left leg, turn toes. Inhale and exhale. Good. Check out your feet. Make sure they're parallel to the outer edges of your mat. Inhale, lift chest and heart. Exhale, fold nice and slowly. Once you get down there, you can pretty much take your hands wherever feels comfortable. You can just let them come to the floor, grab your feet, anything that works. Essentially, we're just getting the head down below the heart, getting this really powerful feeling from this inversion, this nice releasing feeling. Beautiful. We're going to stay in our forward fold, but we're going to twist a little bit. So when you're ready, you're going to inhale, walk the hands out in front of you, right underneath your shoulders. From here, if it's too much, bend those knees. You can absolutely bend your knees. Take your left hand to the floor underneath your nose. Bring your right thumb into your right hip crease. From here again, bend those knees if you need to, and then you can keep the right thumb in the right hip crease, or you can bring it onto the low back, onto the sacrum. Big inhale, torso lengthens. Big exhale, roll the right shoulder onto the back. So the hand there on the low back, if you have it there, kind of gives you this clue. Am I twisting from my waist or am I twisting my hips? And now the only thing you have to do is breathe. Again, we notice the tension that is naturally created by just putting your body in the shape, and then the extra tension we might be creating, gripping toes or anything like that. Awesome. And then exhale, fold, come to center. Head below the heart. And a yoga teacher's secret, oftentimes, I am not psychic. I'm not in your home right now watching you grip your toes. It's because I was just gripping my toes. I wish I was psychic like that. When you're ready, inhale, come back to hands underneath those shoulders. And then you're going to take right hand to the floor. Feel free to go ahead and bend those knees if that's more comfortable. Left thumb, left hip crease. Again, find that big inhale, and then you can move the left hand onto the low back and start to find your twist from here. So roll the left shoulder open. You can always reach the hand up if you want to, but I like to keep my hand on my low back just so I can really kind of feel where am I twisting. Nice deep breaths in and out of the nose. Good. Slowly bring both hands back to the floor, holding head down below the heart. And then when you're ready, slowly bring those hands to your hips or your waist. You're going to inhale, come to stand here. Big exhale. Give yourself a moment here. After being inverted for so long, let all the blood kind of start flowing back. And then start to heel toe your feet a little bit closer, a little bit closer. We're going to move to Melasana. So if you know you don't go all the way down in Melasana, you can kind of do like a high squat here. So you can stay up like this, press those knees out. Or if you would like to, you can come all the way down into Melasana. So at home, if you want to, you can grab a blanket, roll it up underneath those heels. I think the higher squat is harder. But I always mention that it took me a few years to get my ankles flexible enough to do this. So just breathe, be where you are, press the knees back, widen those knees. Beautiful. Good. One more exhale. And then nice and slowly, just bring those hands behind you. Let's come to sit here. When you come to sit, you're going to bring your feet out in front of you. Flex your feet, hands beside your hips, and then just start to windshield wiper those knees side to side here. So flexing your feet will kind of aid a little bit here. Good. And then next time your knees are to that left side, just stay there. So ideally your right knee comes to inside of the left heel. Interlace your hands, thumbs interlace, and then inhale, start to reach and stretch out over the left leg. Just go where you can. You don't have to go super far. And then you're going to tuck your tailbone and exhale. There goes the front of that right hip. Yep. Inhale, lean forward. Exhale, lean back. Nice. And then one more. Inhale, reach, 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 reach. Exhale, scoop tailbone under as you lean back. Nice. And then find neutral here. You guys stay where you are. I'm just going to turn so you can see me a bit better. I'm going to bring my hands so they're parallel to the left thigh. Big inhale, torso is lengthening. Big exhale, come down on those forearms for just a few breaths here. In and out of the nose. Good. And again, as you come to this shape, a more passive place, let your eyes soften. Just allow that breath to flow here. Good. Good. And then when you're ready, let's come back up onto those hands nice and slowly. The hands come beside you. Bring the feet out in front of you. Windshield wiper knees a few times here. Let's let knees come over to right side. And then again, we'll kind of turn and interlace those thumbs. Same thing we did on the first side. Inhale to lengthen out. Exhale, scoop the tailbone as you lean back. Again, you don't have to go with these big movements. Yours can be a little bit more subtle. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lean back. One more inhale. And exhale. Good. And then hands come down. Again, I'm going to turn, but you guys can stay right where you are. Big inhale, torso lengthens. Nice slow exhale. Come down on those elbows, just gently gazing down at the floor. Breathing into the belly. Nice deep breaths in and out of the nose. Good. One more. Soften the gaze, soften the eyes. Let's gently come up onto the hands and make the way back to center. Windshield wiper knees side to side. Good. And then gently, let's make our way back to hands and knees to move through a little cat-cow. So just let your spine move a little bit. Get back into your body. You can close your eyes if that feels really good for you here. Totally optional. Just integrating our practice thus far. And then when you're ready, come to neutral table. Now I'm just gonna turn. So I'm gonna leave my left palm and my left knee down. And then I'm gonna come to my right foot here. So your left shin bone will go behind the knee. You're gonna turn and open here. Now this might be enough. We're just getting into another part of the hip. You can also reach and stretch that right arm up. You can also reach and stretch the right leg up. Totally optional. So either stay here with foot down, foot up, or you can bend that top knee, grab the foot, and then stretch out that front of the hip. We're just kind of hitting the hips from all directions here. Breathe into the belly as well as you can. So right foot can be down on the floor, lift it up in a half moon, or you can give yourself this big stretch here. Good. If you have the foot, gently bring it down. Good. And then I'm just gonna walk my hands kind of around through center to switch to the other side. So I'm gonna come onto my right knee, bring my right hand down, come onto the side of the left foot, okay? So this is option one. You're gonna get a nice hip opening. You can reach and stretch the left arm up. Option two, again, you can lift that foot, kind of get a little tension going in the outer hip. Option three, grab top of foot and open. Whichever chosen pose you're in, there's breath there, flowing in and out of the nose. Good. Nice. If you have your foot, gently release it. Everyone bring it back down to the floor. And then I'm actually just gonna come back over to table pose. You can either move through cat-cow, or what I'm gonna do is some really big hip circles here. So again, just kind of choosing what feels most integrating after those two hip openers. If you've circled in one direction, let's go ahead and move the other way. If you're in your cat-cow, just stay with that. Good. And then we're gonna make our way onto the back to lie down. So bring your feet to the floor. Feet are hip width, knees are hip width. We're gonna do one back bend here, resting on the earth again. So feet hip width, knees hip width. Once you come into the back bend, try not to turn your head or your neck. Press your feet down. Inhale, lift those hips up. And do whatever you'd like to with your hands. If you want to clasp them and roll the shoulders underneath you, you can. Or bring elbows to floor. Just breathe into whichever shape you've chosen here, in and out of the nose. Awesome. Slowly exhale. Bring those hips down. Bring soles of feet together. Knees open up. Supta Baddha Konasana. Just pull the shoulders out from underneath you. And breathe fully here as well as you can. Feel, if you can, that feeling of breath as it enters the shoulders as you inhale. As you exhale, the chest just gently falling. Beautiful. Really, truly letting your spine connect down with the earth. And then nice and slowly start to bring those feet back to the floor. And we're going to just take a reclined pigeon. So left outer ankle to right knee. You're welcome to just stay here like this. We've done a lot for those hips. So if you just kind of want to hang here, that's fine. If you would like to, you can pull the right leg into the body. You could also stretch right heel up to the ceiling. But as always, check in with your shoulders, face and jaw, just noticing if there's some area of tension somewhere, you can ease up. Good. Nice deep breaths. Let it be slow and steady. Awesome. When you're ready, bend into your left knee. Bring your left foot down. Bring your right foot down. And then bring soles of feet together. Let knees open and just breathe. Good. And then when you're ready, let's take your feet back to the floor. This time, the right outer ankle to the left knee, reclining pigeon. Choosing to maybe just stay here and breathe. Totally cool. Or if you'd like to, you can start to pull the left thigh into the body. Again, you can always reach that left heel towards ceiling. Find the shape where you're able to breathe the most freely, where you're able to just let go of tension. Nice, slow, deep breaths in and out of the nose. Again, simply allowing. If your left leg is lifted, go ahead, bring left foot gently, slowly back to the earth. Right foot slowly back down to the earth. And again, soles of feet together, knees open. And just breathe. So feeling that settling, your body resting here on the earth, connection of the body with the earth, the slow flow of the breath in and out of the nose. Good. And then when you're ready from here, let's just go ahead and bring the knees to hug into the chest. You can find movement here, circling knees around. Anything that feels really good here, go for it. Really just giving the spine a nice little stretch. Trying to breathe down into the belly as well as best as you can. Good. And then when you're ready, knees into the chest, arms to a T or cactus. Let's bring knees over to the right side. You can take a different twist variation here if you'd like to. You're welcome to look away from the knees, just kind of gently gazing over to the left palm facing open. Again, noticing there's a little kind of tension there in the waist or the belly from the twist and breathing into it. But where else might you release tension that doesn't need to be there? Perhaps it is as simple as just relaxing your eyes and your forehead. Good. And then nice and slowly come back to center and just pause there. You can Move if you want to. You can be still, just hug those thighs in, whatever feels best, but just give yourself a moment to notice kind of that asymmetry between the sides. Breathing into the belly. Good. And then when you're ready, knees over to left side, palms facing open, gentle gaze out towards the right. Just soften wherever you can. The eyes, forehead, the palms. Some nice slow deep breaths here in and out of the nose, letting yourself relax into it. Good. And then when you're ready, let's bring those knees back through center. Let's give yourself any other little final movements that you need here. Maybe it is happy baby. Maybe you just keep those knees hugging in. Anything that feels really good here to start to complete your practice and move into final relaxation, Shavasana. So if you're uncomfortable lying flat, you can always bring pillows or a blanket underneath bent knees. If you want to, you can always go back to Supta Baddha Konasana. Anything will work here. Just get your body comfortable. You can even sit up on the couch or in a comfortable chair, but begin to connect with whatever surface you've chosen. If you're on the floor, feel your body resting on the floor. Feel that breath again. A little easier to be conscious of the breath when the body is more still. And again, go back into a rhythm that feels soothing to you. So you might choose to inhale for 4, exhale for 4. You might choose to inhale for 4, exhale for 6. You may even go in for 4 and out for 8. So just again, finding a rhythm or a pattern that is easy for your body. Allowing yourself to rest. Allowing yourself to breathe. To just connect to what is below you. We'll begin a very gentle guided relaxation, starting up at the very top crown of your head. So as you breathe, as you inhale, perhaps feel that gentle energy coming all the way up to the top of your head. And as you exhale, feel that gentle warming energy spreading from the top of your head all the way over your body down to your feet. Of imagining your breath as this light energy as you inhale, that light rising up to the very top of your head, feeling the crown of the head with warmth. The exhale, just a gentle flow, warming energy from the top of the head, all over the body down to the toes. And just feeling that energy flow of breath. Moving consciously to the forehead, letting the forehead broaden. The eyes rest back into the head and soften. Energy around the nose as you breathe in gently and breathe out gently. The teeth just gently separating. The tongue nice and heavy in the mouth. The energy in the throat as you inhale, feeling that air flow through. As you exhale, feeling that air flow out. Feeling the shoulders, chest, heart lift with the inhale, that warming energy there. And fall as you exhale, coming into the upper back, feeling the shoulder blades connecting with the earth, letting them relax. The upper spine connecting with the earth, just gently relaxing in. Feeling the middle back softening, connecting with earth. Feeling the belly gently rising as you inhale. Gently falling as you exhale. Moving to the hips, the tops of the hips as you inhale, just feeling that energy there. And then as you exhale, coming back to the sacrum, the low back, just letting go of any tension, any holding, letting the entire torso just be nice and heavy. Coming into the hands, perhaps turning the palms open to face the ceiling, an act of surrendering yet also receiving. And that receiving of gratitude, of what this moment has to offer. This warming embrace of breath, spreading into the palms, feeling the palms, the insides, backs of the palms resting on the earth, the wrists, the forearms nice and heavy, elbows nice and heavy, and the upper arm bones completely relaxed. Taking in a nice gentle breath to nourish the body. Moving to the upper thigh bones, the quadriceps, letting those upper thigh bones, the legs be nice and heavy, backs of the legs connecting down with the earth. Moving slowly into the backs of the knees, feeling the backs of the knees resting onto the earth. Feeling the calf muscles just lengthening, resting, letting go of any tension there. Feeling the shin bones nice and heavy. Feeling the ankles relax. And again, this nice warming, healing energy now just circulating around the feet, around the toes, moving into the soles of the feet. Feeling all that warmth there, and then allowing that warmth once again to spread over your entire body. Letting your entire body relax, be held here on the earth. That breath to simply soothe you. When you're ready from here, take a big inhale, hold that breath in. And a big exhale, release. And just find some small movements here, starting to wiggle fingers, toes. Gently reach and stretch the arms up overhead. Stretch through fingers, toes. Exhale, hug everything back in here. And notice that energy there, just letting yourself be in this really gentle embrace. Moving slowly onto your side and just kind of choosing to stay on the side for a moment, letting your bones reset. Feeling the breath here inside the body. Good. And then when you're ready, keeping your eyes resting closed or a soft gaze, come up to a comfortable seat. Just returning to seat. Again, eyes closed. Just a few breaths here. And for a moment, as you stay inside of your body, inside your practice, just notice the body, the energy here versus the very beginning of practice. Noticing that contrast. And then when you're ready, go ahead, bring palms together, let thumbs rest right at heart center, Anjali Mudra. And you'll seal in your practice with your next breath, taking in a big inhale and exhale. Jai Bhagwan. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for practicing. It was absolutely lovely to have you.